It's a beautiful day for some DSA, and welcome back to the Cozy Club, my friends. My name is Cozy Gamer, and for today's video, we are going to be going over every single character and what Sorcerer's Stone best fits them for the role that they play within Disney Sorcerer's Arena. Now, with the Forbidden Depths and the raid right around the corner, I thought what not better time to get the new updated graphics out to you guys so that you know what are the best stones. Now, there's several great stones, but for today's video, we'll be focusing on the best 2 stones to put on each and every character within the game. It is raid week as this video releases, and my friends, I could not be more excited to get this out to you. You want to make sure you've got the best roster and the best stones possible to give your club the best chance to defeat Ursula and all of her minions. Just before we get to today's video, want to mention the Patreon channel, guys. We've got an awesome Patreon Discord chat, and in addition, if you join the Cozy VIP, I'll be giving you a full roster review. I'll be looking at your entire roster, recommending the best characters on your specific roster to start farming up, why you should start farming them up, and what stones you should be putting them on for your best chance in the raid, PvP, and club conquest. So join the Patreon today to support the channel and get a roster review out of it. But that's enough of that. Let's get to today's video, focusing on every stone on every character. All right, now, as I said before, today's video is going to be more of an update on my last video. If you want in-depth reasons why I have stones on most of these characters, first of all, feel free to join the Twitch channel and ask me live on stream, or go and check out this video up above to see my full explanation of why I've got these stones on certain characters. But today, this is the updated graphics, my friends. We've got every character and a stone for every single one. Let's jump into it, starting with the Kingdom faction. So just some basics about the graphic today, my friends. You're going to see a nice circle around the first stone. That is going to be my stone of preference for that character. However, the stone next to it is going to be a great alternative. Keep in mind, there are other great stones in select situations. However, these are the ones that I recommend. So again, the one with the circle around it is the one that I prefer on the character. All right, my friends, we've got the original OG meta in the Kingdom faction. Starting out with Anna there, we've got a speed stone on her. Really no reason to have any other stone, and you can see not much differences in the other stones on these characters. Genie, you really can split between both speed or attack. I like to have the speed Genie myself, as I like the support Genie over the little bit of an increase that you get on the numbers, and you're not always guaranteed to get the Peter Pan shadows on Genie, so I like myself to have a speed Genie. In addition to that, also Jasmine, great to get the speed on her. Capitalize on that Shan Yu speed. Going up against those tech teams, you have to have all the speed you can get. And Shocker, most of these characters are obviously going to prefer a speed stone. So if you don't have enough of those to go around, go ahead and look at other stones to put on these characters. I think health is a great stone also to put on Jasmine, or even defense to get a little bit more beefiness to her and Raja. Looking at some other characters in the Kingdom faction, the Sheriff of Nottingham, you know he's on fire with the new November hot and rising characters. He definitely really only needs an attack stone. Don't put anything else on him. He's a huge offense heavy hitter, and an attack stone should do great on him. And other than that, you just want speed on all of these guys. I think Gaston can go both speed or health as a tank. Usually you want tanks to go slower, but in Gaston's tank, with already the Kingdom faction bonus, a little bit more speed is not going to hurt his overall kit. And then Krunk, well, I say a speed stone. Don't waste the speed stone on him. But if you're a Krunk lover, go ahead and throw it on Krunk. All right, Cozy Club, we are done with the Kingdom faction. Let's jump on over to the Wild faction, a faction with no clear lead, but with some great characters. Starting with the top left, let's look at Elsa. Elsa is definitely one of those characters you can float either or on her. Speed is going to be great for most of the time to have her get those silences out fast. And if you're playing a mirror match Elsa, you're going to get your abilities out and get to show yourself a little bit faster, and that's what it's all about, as you guys know. But in addition, getting an offense stone on her with your Hamada can always be great for some powerful damage. If you pair that up with Merlin, you guys know you can get some quick, heavy damage with Show Yourself. So speed or attack on Elsa. Anna's main man, Kristoff, is going to be going with the health stone or a defense stone. Health is just going to make it that much harder to get through the wall of Kristoff. And guys, I think that's going to be best for raids as well. So I'm going to recommend health on Kristoff. Looking at another powerful tank in the Wild faction, you've got Simba, who just keeps getting better and better as he gets more and more to the defense stat. Defense stone is the way to go on Simba. I would also throw a health stone on him if you're lacking in defense stone, but he is one of the few tanks that defense stone is definitely the way you want to go because it works with his passive quite beautifully. And now for most of you, you will not be using the other wilds on this sheet. However, I do have them here ready to go. You've got Pocahontas with the speed and recovery. Scar's going to have the attack and speed stone. Sven is one of those characters you can put several different stones. Attack stone, critical damage stone is going to be great with his guaranteed crit that he has on himself consistently, or you can always go with a speed stone. And then you've got Hopper and sadly Baloo, who, you know what, don't even waste a stone on Baloo. However, he's looking a little bit better with raids, but I still hate him. Let's go ahead and jump to the next faction, my friends, being the Downtown faction. And this was a very heavy faction. Lots to break down here, but let's take a look one by one, starting with part 1. Looking at part 1, you've got the powerful Zerg. We talk about Zerg all the time on this channel. An attack stone is definitely the way to go. I highly recommend just having an attack stone on Zerg, as that's going to be the primary one that you want on him. However, he is a very slow character, so throwing some extra speed on him is not a bad idea. Scrooge also, you can go either or. Actually, those first 3 really have attack or speed. Dash is as fast as lightning, and throwing more speed never hurts, but he's in that same situation as Go-Go, where probably you're going to be outspeeding your opponents most of the time anyway, so I would put an attack stone on Dash to get a little bit extra oomph into his attacks. Barley is pretty much an only support character, so there's no need to put any other stone on him outside of a speed stone. Get Ian, get other characters that support that much faster, and even with his basics, call assist even faster with a speed stone. Big Bad Wolf, you can definitely do with some great damage for his attack stone, and you can't go wrong with a speed or recovery stone on Dr. Facilier. Now, I like speed stones on my Dr. F, mainly just because it gives him enough speed to get things going, get that taunt out, get that polymorph out. Or if you're going to shadow yours, I would recommend the recovery stone, as it does get bonkers how much healing you can get to your team. You can see the new Sensational 6 right here, Donald, Goofy, and Daisy Duck. Donald Duck is definitely an attack stone character. Him and Daisy Duck both do great with attack stones because they do so much countering. However, Daisy Duck has lightning fast speed, so I do recommend a yellow speed stone on Daisy Duck. When looking at the Sensational 6, Donald, Goofy, and Daisy all have extremely high health, with Donald and Goofy having some of the highest health within the game, so a health stone is amazing on both of those characters to build up the already strong, solidified health that they have in the game. Chunk is great with a health stone or a defense stone, as most tanks are, and then of course Lotso, being one of the great healers within the game, a recovery stone or a speed stone are amazing pairs for the bear. Now jumping on over to part 2 of the Downtown faction, which it's clear Glue loves their Downtown heroes. This is the page of really irrelevant heroes, but looking at them, you can see the stone suggestions down below. Buzz Lightyear has the attack and speed stone on him. Looking at the tanks like Bo Peep and Mr. Incredible, you have the health and defense stones. Sully is definitely great to get a health stone. He has so much health already, but a little bit more speed will get Sully getting his taunt out even faster. Or Cozy Club, if health and speed are not an option and you want an attack Sully, Sully can dish out some big damage, so throwing on an attack stone is not the worst idea. Looking at some of the other characters, the Toy Story characters down below, Woody is great with the speed stone, does some recovery aspects, so throwing a recovery stone on him is not bad, and Jesse with the attack and speed stone. Keep in mind, in order for these characters to have recovery stones, they need to have the ability to heal a character in some degree. So you can't put a recovery stone on just anybody. They have to have the ability and have recovery built within their kit. Now looking at the last faction of Downtown, that is the Tech faction, and as you guys know, some of the best heroes within the game. Looking at Baymax, Baymax is there to be the wall of defense before these high-hitting offense characters get to the rest of your team. So 9 times out of 10, a health stone is probably best to have him survive the Zergs of the world. However, I do love throwing a speed stone on my Baymax. Get that harmful immunity out to your entire team to prevent now speed decreases and also all harmful effects. Looking at hero, you just want to go with the speed stone, really nothing else. You could have argued recovery back in the day, but speed is the way to go. Same as Honey Lemon, both of these characters, just you want them to go as quick as possible, so speed stones are the best fit for them. You guys know how I feel about Fred, and to have him work the best, a speed stone is going to be best for this tank, guys, and an attack stone if you want to capitalize on the continuous damage, or if you don't have your Fred to T7.5 and you just want some great damage, an attack stone for Fred would be a great idea. Wasabi is easy, just get him loaded with attack. Gizmo, health, and speed both work great. He's got tremendous stat values in both of those, and being a tank definitely can help him out there in the health category. And Go-Go is definitely one of those characters, again, can float either way. Now, an attack stone is probably the best because she has, again, just like Dash, so much speed. But if you want to really capitalize on the multipliers in this game, give her a speed stone, have her start doing laps around the opponent, guys, and getting much more attacks out there. Keep in mind, you want to measure, is more attacks worth it, more abilities, or higher hitting attacks? That depends on the character, and that's what really separates an attack and a speed stone on some of these faster characters. Yokai, a speed or attack stone is going to work for him. Looking at these other last characters, you've got the rare critical chance stone, which is not a stone you see on a lot of characters, but both Korra and Darkwing Duck can be effective with these critical chance stone, as their kit highly depends on it. So those would be a great options. You can also throw those on a lot of the incredible heroes, as they also rely on critical chance. We have the Oceanic faction and the sorcerer stones that are going to best fit on them. Starting out with Cobra Bubbles, this is a great example. Both stones can work out great, again, like Elsa, Go-Go, some of the others. Speed and attack are both great on Bubbles. Speed for more of that passive speed meter gain. You're going to get more and more speed turn meter. And attack, if you want to go the Shadow Bubbles route. Both are great options. Looking at Stitch, I love to have an attack stone on my Stitch, especially in the Charge BH6 meta that we're currently in, because Stitch is going to be attacking so much outside of his turn. You don't need the speed. However, you can make a case for speed, as you can definitely get his arms ramped up a lot faster, applying more damage later in the battle. Gantu's also an even split and a very different tank than we see in the rest of the game. You can put attack to just be raining down the Galactic Armadas, or you can capitalize on this fat, blubbery whale's fast speed and put a speed stone on him. Maui's great with a health or speed stone, and Moana with her smacking paddles and offense stone is the way to go. Trident, we talked about it, and you can check out the video up above for the Trident breakdown. He's the ultimate character that can be a support or an attack character, guys. So depending on how you want to run your Trident depends on the stone that you have. However, after a lot of testing, I find myself definitely going towards the speed stone and have him rolling out the support to start the battle. Now, Davy Jones, I like an attack stone, but speed is his greatest stat. So to build up on that speed is great to get some big silences out very fast. Eric, you can either go with speed or with health. Speed is definitely great, as always, with Eric, as even though he's going to get his ton out fast, you can get out his abilities even faster, getting out the stealth and the vulnerable out on the field. And Ariel is a speed, recovery, or offense stone character. More and more now that we have Triton in the game, he's calling Ariel to assist, so an attack stone is actually not a bad idea on Ariel. However, for the raid, speed and recovery are the way you want to go. To negate the poison ability coming out from Ursula, recovery stone and more health is never a bad option. And with Captain Hook, he's very squishy, so a health stone to help him survive or capitalize on his attack and throw an attack stone is the way to go for him, guys. And then, of course, you've got Tinkerbell with a recovery stone is probably the best. Use some leftover stones for her, and you've got yourself the Oceanic faction. And for the final faction for today's video, we've got the Mythical faction, which is on the rise more and more. We know that Mythicals deserve better treatment, and I think they've got some great days to come. So start paying attention to your Mythicals. But let's take a look. Starting out with Merlin, Speedstone is what he needs to get out those very unique special abilities out to his other allies. So speed or health to give him a little bit more durability. You don't need an attack stone on him, as he doesn't do much attacking outside of his goat stun, which again, he's there for the support. Hades, he's very lackluster in both attack. His speed is great, so you can capitalize on that, but he really needs an attack stone to even stand a chance in today's meta. You have Sally, who's an underappreciated great character who can throw out some AoE blinds, has some good CC attacks, so speed is great to throw with Sally. Madam Mim is on the rise from the last video. You guys know that. Attack, get more damage out with Madam Mim, or get some speed on her to get the helpful immunity out on the field. And then also you've got Mana Core, which is not going to need any type of speed stone. Her passive naturally gains speed as the other brothers of Onward are attacked, so I like to go with health or defense here. Olaf, you can't go wrong with speed. Oogie Boogie, I've been loving as a tank, and I've been having health on him, or get him up to T7.5, get a very fast Boogie starting to go. He gets some nice speed touches, throw on a speed stone, and all of a sudden you have yourself a somewhat competitive Oogie Boogie. Horn King is going to be important within the raids. We know that. So attack is probably the way to go to get more damage onto the big raid characters from his passive attack, or capitalize on that speed as he has lightning fast speed, or throw some health on him for some extra survivability. And lastly, you've got Jack Skellington, who's probably, again, not deserving of a stone quite yet, but this is going to be the look at the mythical faction, my friends, and definitely a faction you want to pay attention to. And Cozy Club, that is going to do it for every single faction within DSA, and a stone for every character within Disney Sorcerer's Arena. I'll be throwing all these graphics in my Discord channel, which you can find down in the description below, so you don't have to pause and try to line up your characters with the adjacent stones. Again, guys, over half of you guys have not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel out immensely, and we're on our way to 10,000 subs. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. We've got a lot more coming out. I'm excited for the raid content to come, and until next time, Cozy Club, stay cozy, my friends.